I'm Death's Arrow, and this is a What I'm Thinking Debrief for the week of May 19th, 2013. In order to improve at World of Tanks once you master the basics, it's crucial to identify the weaknesses in your game so you know what areas need improvement. Unless you have a mentor to help you evaluate your performances, the best way to figure out your weaknesses is through self-reflection and performance evaluation. If you are lucky enough to have a mentor, the process of improvement can be rapidly accelerated, though finding a quality player to help you improve isn't necessarily an easy thing to come by. For myself, one of my biggest weaknesses is survival, as I only survive a little more than 29% of my matches. I'm an aggressive player by nature and don't always make the best tactical choices. That said, survival isn't the most critical component to winning, but lasting longer does give you more opportunities to do damage and destroy enemy tanks, hence affecting the outcome of the battle. It can also be very frustrating to watch a close match after your death, only to see the remaining players fail to seal the deal. Case in point, of the matches I survived, 94% of those matches have ended in wins. Of course, not every one of those matches were close enough where I made the critical difference, but the point is that when I do survive, I win much more often than not. So by extension, if I could survive more matches, I should win more matches. Trying to figure out how to survive more, though, isn't simple. As I already mentioned, I'm an aggressive player, and I regularly take calculated risks. Learning from my previous mistakes has been the best method to help me improve. The scenario that's currently running has been shown in a previous debrief. This is a solo battle on Mountain Pass in my T69. As the match begins, I've decided to go down the one line to J2. There's a good hull down spot in this location. As I reach my spot, you can see on the minimap that I've outraced my support with only a T20 with me. It doesn't take long to figure out that I'm in trouble as an IS-6 and Tiger barrel towards me. The situation is further compounded by two T20s as I'm quickly surrounded and torn apart. While some players may just shrug this off as a bad choice or a bad team, I knew exactly what I did wrong and how to correct it in the future. The second scenario is how I adjusted to the situation when it occurred again 2 months later, this time in my Indian Panzer. The match unfolds similarly with minimal support down the 2 line, in this case an AMX 1375 and eventually a T-34. Once it becomes clear that the enemy has overwhelming numbers in the form of a Panther II, T-44, 2 Type 59s and an IS-6, it's clear that holding the knob here at J3 isn't viable, and learning from my previous failure, I begin to withdraw back up the 2 line. Notice that I'm not in full retreat, I'm backing out, keeping my front armor and gun towards the enemy. The T-34 and I continue to back up and keep the enemy at bay at the corner. While they could still overrun us if they pushed in force, pressure is starting to be applied from the rear as a friendly Type 59 and AMX AC Meal 1948 have pushed through the middle. This ultimately splits the enemy's attention and allows us to pick them apart. Rather than trying to hold the enemy off on the knob at J3, I played the scenario more cautiously by backing off and forcing the enemy to come to myself and the friendly T-34. This gave our tanks in the middle time to penetrate enemy lines and put rear pressure on them. Thank you for watching this What I'm Thinking Debrief. In case anyone has forgotten, the 1,000 subscriber raffle closes Saturday, June 1st at midnight Central Daylight Savings Time. Don't forget to get your entry in for a chance to win a World of Tanks gift pack. Thank you to everyone that has already entered, and a special thank you to those that have added some kind words in their entry. They're much appreciated.
Ha ha ha.